Hello everyone, I am Anoop Singh Rana. The one aspect of the profile which I wanted to discuss in brief was basically my exposure as a capacity building expert and institutional strengthening expert in one of the government consulting firms, basically a state nodal agency for urban development projects in the state of Punjab, that is Punjab Municipal Infrastructure Development Company. Here the basically role was like that there are various government of India schemes like JNURM, then there are Amrut, then there was such Swachh Bharat Mission, then there was Smart Cities, then there was Rajiv Avas Yojana, then there was Heritage Cities. So in these basically project there are certain components which are related to capacity building. Like I talk about the projects which we did at my tenure when I was associated with PMIDC was of JNURM and Amrut. JNURM is basically Jawaharlal Nehru Urban Renewal Mission, and Amrut is Atal Mission for Urban Rejuvenation and Transformation, which was basically the continuation of the change in the government. The names of the schemes basically change. So in this, we used to prepare the project for the state of Punjab. We used to collect the data from 165 ULBs all over Punjab. That used to be 15 municipal corporation used to be there. There were other urban local bodies like Nagar Panchayat, Nagar Council and all those. So we were liaising with municipal commissioner's office and other say executive officers posted in this urban local bodies. We used to get the data from those people about the manpower, and on that basis we used to first identify the modules on which the training has to be imparted, so that as per the mission and the scheme of the government, the people working in this urban local bodies are basically trained to actually implement those things. Then there was the planning of exposure visit to various say different states where there were some successful projects which were being run, so that they can study the best practices being used in those projects, and the same can be implemented in their say urban local bodies and others. The third part in it was basically recruiting the people for say project management unit and project implementation unit. Project management unit was basically to be posted at the state nodal agency, and the project implementation unit was basically to be posted at the say the clusters or the municipal corporation in whichever area the schemes were basically to be implemented. In my tenure, when I was working, we set up the solid waste management division. I was part of the team which was say which was instrumental in setting up the solid waste management division for the state of Punjab. And we had the performance management unit, PMU unit, recruited for our project for the state nodal agency, and seven PIU units for different clusters, because we divided the state of Punjab into seven clusters. So this was the kind of basically the part of the role which was other than managing the HR role of the PMIDC, that I was involved in the capacity building component as well as the institutional strengthening expert, in which we have to liaison with say Ministry of Urban Development, because we need to go and submit the project for the state of Punjab. Once the project was approved, we used to get the grants from the Ministry of Urban Development to the state nodal agency. From state nodal agency, the grants went to the clusters or municipal corporations in whichever area the scheme was being implemented. So then we have to ensure that all the training programs are being conducted. We need to partner with the training organizations which are capable of imparting those training, because training budget was in tune of around about say in JNURM and Amrut project was into crores, because it was a 5 years plan which was submitted for the state of Punjab. So it was, I remember it was running into crores that the training organization have to be impaneled. So this was basically altogether a different part of profile which I've worked with one of my organizations. So I would like to have this in